Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol free night. And the beer we're going to throw through a Nitrosurge tonight to see if it works is this one. It is Mash Gang's National Anthem. And National Anthem is a low alcohol cherry cola ice cream float pastry stout weighing in at 0.5% ABV. Now I thought I'd reviewed this one, but apparently not. So what does it say? Cherry cola vanilla. When the criticism of your beloved cherry stout is it might as well be cherry cola, there is only logically one thing to do. A cherry cola ice cream float pastry stout. Sweet, delicious and thick. It contains your HBC 472 and 630 hops. It also contains cherry, cola, vanilla and tonka. And like I say, just for the crack, we're going to throw it through the old Guinness Nitrosurge device just to see if it has any bearing on the drink at all. So we're going to pour it into 2 glasses. We're going to pour a little bit out into the AF Beer Club glass and some of it through the Nitrosurge into a separate glass just to see if it will Nitrosurge. So, without further ado, into the AF Beer Club glass, pours. Not going to go nuts. A dark, foamy. Get a good head on that anyway. Look at that. Dark, tan head, nice, tight and compact. Nothing really coming through that at all in terms of appearance. Maybe a hint of chestnut right at the bottom, but that's your beer up close in a glass. Some of it anyway. And now for a bit of fun. We're going to pour through the Nitrosurge. Let's line it up. Let's make sure it's all done. Let's turn it on. Ready. So, into my small beer co glass, the pour of this one. It actually makes a difference. A sensible pour, but it's doing something. Look at that. Look how tight and compact that is. I mean, it's a huge head, don't get me wrong, but that is tighter and more compact. So let's let that settle a little bit. And we're going to pour the rest in a bit. But it's much tighter, much more compact. Will it last as long? Who knows? Anyway, whilst we're waiting for that to find out, let's have a whiff of both of them. It's cherry cola. There's no getting away from it. None at all. Sweet but dark cherry. And it's got that cola nut kind of vibe behind it. Not your sweet fruity Coca-Cola type, but no, a deeper, darker, more intense Coca-Cola. And the tonka is just divine, bringing that sweetness with the vanilla and just that subtle earthiness on there as well. It smells glorious in the regular pour, and through this one not a lot of difference really at all. If anything, it's a little sweeter on the nose, maybe, but that could just be the head is retaining the sweetness and suppressing the bitter notes from the beer itself. Yeah, look at the difference in heads now. You know, this Nitrosurged one is lasting a little bit longer, I think, versus the regular pour. Anyway, we're now going to go over the top and give it the old bit that Guinness recommend. Don't know why they recommend that, but they do. And that's that. So, I think it's safe to say, yes, it does Nitrosurge rather well. I don't think there's any debate there. It doesn't give you the domed head, but it's not a nitro beer, right? So, it can only do so much. Anyway, looks good, smells good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Great body. Let's test the body of this one. No difference there. Beautiful, heavy, silky smooth in the mouth. And as for the flavour, It's lovely. It is exactly what it says. You've got the cherry cola, you've got the vanilla, you've got that subtle earthiness of the tonka, and then you've got the roasted notes that sit behind it. They are suppressed by the sweetness, much like Rain in Blood was suppressed by the sweetness, but there was just glorious flavours throughout that, and there is in this one. It's definitely one of those slightly out there beers, but one you have to try if you haven't already. The cola is obvious, the cherry is beautiful, the chocolate notes that sit behind it are lovely and milky. Yeah, and the finish, it starts out sweet, and that's where you get most of your bitterness towards the back end as that sweetness fades away. So let's just pop that down there and go to a scoreboard of joy, which currently looks like so. Let's get the red pen of judgment and we'll fill it in. So visually, it looks great. It's lovely and dark, as we can see here. Lovely and dark, lovely head on it. Nothing to dislike about that beer at all. It's having a full point. And the aroma, if you like cherry cola, you're going to enjoy it. It's got a good strength to it. The cherry and the cola nut are obvious. The tonka and the vanilla bring just a little sweetness to what is already a fairly sweet nose, but it's a different sweetness. It's a creaminess. And the chocolate notes, not so obvious on the nose, but it delivers what it should do, and it's having a point. And the body is arguably one of the best bodied alcohol-free stouts I've had. There's no getting away from that. It's lovely and thick. It's nice and chunky, silky smooth. Carbonation is subtle. It's not missing anything at all. And the taste. This is going to be the bit that's going to be divisive. If you love cherry cola, you'll love this. If you don't, you will hate it. Me, I like cherry cola and I like stout. It's a weird combination that probably shouldn't work, but as we said with Rain in Blood, that thing was glorious. It was one of my beers of the year, and it just deserves all the plaudits, because who else puts these kind of flavour combos together? Sweet, delicious, vanilla, creamy goodness with that hint of tonka on the back end, plenty of milky chocolate flavours. I love it. It's having a point. And the finish. I like my stouts bitter, relatively bitter anyway, depending on the stout, and roasted malts. On this one, it is sweet, it is cola-like, and it is unusual. But I like it a lot. I'll give you the point, because I can. So, National Anthem, Nitrosurge as well, and it's got 5 out of 5. Bonus point time. We're going to start with the bottom and work our way up. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. Now, I did see on Twitter recently that there is possibility of Rain in Blood coming back. I like that. I want to see it again. I'd like to see this one as well. I'd like to see some different ice cream float pastry stouts. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. Anyway, value for money. Mash Gang beers are always value for money, no matter what anyone says. It's having the bonus point there. Now, the bonus point itself, does it warrant one? Are there any other cherry cola stouts that I can compare it to? Now, I am 99.999% certain I've had another one that is not Rain in Blood from Mash Gang. I cannot remember the name of it, but I'm going to hunt it down and I will put it somewhere as something. And in my memory, I do recall it, and I think it's good. I'm going to give it the bonus point. And even the sirens agree. So, yeah. National Anthem has got all the points, and it deserves them. It really does. It's a tasty, tasty beer. And, yeah, hopefully a few other people have still got one. Maybe have got a Nitrosurge and can try it. The only downside to the Nitrosurge, it leaves the top of your cans dirty. I say dirty, wet. But yeah, National Anthem, cracking beer, it should come back. And yeah, we're going to leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.